What's up everybody, I'm Kenjack, and today I'm going to give you 10 movies and 3 shows that you should stream. Let's begin with movies, starting with Caliber on Netflix. Caliber is a 2018 Netflix movie that is an English thriller, and it is so good. It's thrilling, it's suspenseful, and it has so many twists and turns. I think if you're a fan of the genre, you're going to love this movie. Next up is Den of Thieves on Netflix. Den of Thieves is one of the great dudes rock movies that you will ever see. From the gunfights to the wordplay to Captain Gerard Butler chugging Pepto-Bismol in the break room. It's easy, turn off your brain crime action.
Oh, fuck. I'm the Pepto. Okay, inside job, but wait a minute.
Next is Watchmen on HBO Max. Watchmen is a movie that I think has grown on a lot of people over the course of time. It's by no means a perfect movie, and I do think that the HBO series is much better, but that doesn't mean the movie's without its merits. I love the individual portrayals of all the characters, and the action's great. And I'm not just talking about, Dr. Manhattan's giant blue cock and balls. Next up is Mystic River, also on HBO Max. Mystic River is a great drama with fantastic performances across the board. And it's worth watching alone for the scene. The scene. Is that my daughter in there?
Where is my little angel? Hold me back, like Sean Penn in Mystic River. Is that my daughter in there? No, hold them back. Is that my daughter? No, hold them. Is that my... You're worthless.
Next up is Three Kings, also on HBO Max. Three Kings is a fantastic movie that I really don't think enough people have seen. It's like a little bit of a war story, some heist, and with an overarching theme of black comedy. There's great dialogue, it's funny, and it is also kind of gross at times. The lung scene, to this day, freaks me out. We'll go back-to-back Mark Wahlberg with Boogie Nights, this time on Hulu. You don't have to be a porn fan to watch this porn-centered drama. It's a great movie with a great cast, including, let's say, John C. Reilly, William H. Macy, Burt Reynolds, Julianne Moore, Heather Graham, and some real-life porn stars. And there's a long take in this movie that is burned into the recesses of my brain. Let's move on to Captain America and the Winter Soldier, obviously on Disney+. Beyond it obviously being very relevant to the Falcon and the Winter Soldier, I think it's independently one of the best Marvel movies ever made, and it's my personal number 4. I don't need to say anymore. Let's just watch the elevator fight.
Mobilize strike units, 25th floor.
Whoa, big guy. I just want you to know, Cat. It's impersonal!
It kind of feels personal.
Next is The Prestige on Prime Video. Christopher Nolan has made so many good movies that this one unfortunately gets lost in the fray. And you might be thinking, oh, it's a movie about magicians, I don't want to watch this. It is an outstanding drama that you just have to watch. Christian Bale and Hugh Jackman play off each other so well, and their back and forth, it just keeps you like glued to the screen. Next up is Chinatown on Paramount+. Beyond being an outstanding Jack Nicholson role, many people do consider Chinatown to be one of the best movies ever made, period. Noir, mystery type movies might not be for everyone, but I think for me personally, as someone who's not a tremendous fan of the genre, I love this movie every time I rewatch it. And lastly, Jackie Brown, also on Paramount+. Kind of like The Prestige with Nolan, I think that Jackie Brown is a movie that sort of gets lost in the Quentin Tarantino shuffle. It's a really interesting story with a ton of moving parts that I think can really resonate with anyone. The performances across the board from this very stacked cast are all great, and I think it's a movie that anyone can like. Moving on to shows, let's start with the permanent spot for Falcon and the Winter Soldier on Disney+. You can watch my full spoiler-included review here or something, I don't know, I'm gonna embed it here somewhere. But in a spoiler-free review, I think it's a big step up from the first episode, and it basically improves in every single facet. Next, let's do Altered Carbon, but I'm going to say specifically Season 1 on Netflix. Joel Kinnaman is so good in the role of Takeshi Kovacs. He's just like menacing, brooding, and he kind of gives you this air of mystery that they're trying to give you in the show, while also kind of showing off this dystopian world. The second season, not so much, and that might be because Anthony Mackie just is too lovable and not as menacing as Joel Kinnaman. But nevertheless, first season's great. And lastly, Vikings on Amazon on Prime Video. And I'll actually split this into two. I'll say you should watch Vikings on Prime Video, you should also watch The Last Kingdom on Netflix. Regardless of if you're big into Viking stories or not, I think the production quality on Vikings on Prime is amazing. The story is very, very cool. It's rooted in all these old legends. The Last Kingdom, production quality is a little bit less, but I think the story is a little bit easier to digest. And every single episode of that show feels like an entire season, in a good way. All right, that's all for this week. Make sure to comment below whatever streaming recommendations you have for everyone else. And make sure to like and subscribe and all of that fun stuff. I'm Ken Jack. See you next time.